June 2016, when Obaseki knew that he was going to contest this election, he did not go to Benin City. Don't you have high courts in Benin? Yes. You have the high courts in Benin along Saple Road. He left here and went to Abuja. From this document, he swore to an affidavit that all his certificates are missing. Another APC scam. He swore to an affidavit with his photograph attached, saying that in the course of moving from one office to another, his certificates got missing. Primary school, secondary school, university, NYSC. Has he got a certificate? No. Yet this morning, I challenge Oshomole with his candidate, Godwin Obaseki, to come out and show the original certificates of Godwin Obaseki. As we live here, I will gladly welcome journalists to come to the residence of our candidate, and they will see the original copies of its certificates. Obaseki, I ask you again, where are your certificates?
By the special grace of God, who reads the heart, who knows the heart of man, who knows the past and the future, who knows the beginning and the end. He sees what we don't see. He knows what we don't know. He knows that Godwin, he comes from a large family in the Benin Kingdom. He went to school. He finished his secondary school. He went to University of Ibadan. He finished. There were no issues. Fly colors. He went to US. He did his masters. He came back home. He started helping people to set up businesses, to manage businesses. He helped to set up many banks, including several first generation, second generation banks. Then he came home to give support to me, to bring on board what I do not have. Because I am not a finance man, and he became the chairman of our economic team. So, everything we have done, the road from Arua to Zenema, Godwin had hand. The road from here to Uboha, Godwin has hand. The schools here, Godwin has hand. The water everywhere, Godwin has hand. He has been part of the tradition. He knows the vision. He knows the mission. He knows the target. He knows where we are. He knows the challenges, and he knows how to overcome them. To deliver all that he has promised, he will do. It's a family tradition to keep our word. That is what APC represents. The only thing I forgot is that even with the economic crisis, today that many local governments can't afford salaries because of the drop in price and the destruction of our pipelines. Samopo, I was here when we commissioned the market for Uromi market women. Correct or not? Now you just ask me. Come on now. You just ask me. What can Yakubu say is his outstanding accomplishment when he was local government chairman? Is it because he failed primary one? Is that why he should be admitted to a university? Come on now. If they are fools, we are not foolish. So, I ask you, everything that Godwin promised he will do, he will do. He will do. We will continue to amplify the fact that Edo State is one. We are not Bini, Esan, Afemai. We are Edo. Politicians who have no vision, they play up ethnic division in order to play brother against brother. But when they are sharing money from Dasuki, Hausa man take, Yoruba man take, Uromi man take, Agenebude man take, Bini man take. Hey, at that point, Yoruba man, Igbo man took, take. No tribalism. But when they say, come and account, say, I'm a Christian. Because you are a Muslim, now you want to prosecute me. Come and account. Oh, because I'm Igbo. That's why. Hey, I'm an old man. I have problem. It is not the time to harass. That is the way they do. But I mustn't forget, I have spoken about Godwin. I spoke about Philip. I spoke about Yakubu. Now I must talk about Ezeyamu. I talked to you how he went to school. So I'm also obliged to report as follows. And we are liable if we say anything that is libelous. I bear full responsibility in my personal capacity. I waive my immunity. I set my immunity aside. And I declare as follows before God that the other guy, Mr. Ezeyamu, he has a very interesting lifestyle. He went to school. He finished his primary school. I haven't seen the testimonial, but he finished. He then went to University of Benin to read law. 2 years later, he was rusticated. For 2 years, they drive him from school. Why? He carried acid and pour on the body of another student. Today, that student is deformed for life. His manhood has been destroyed. Today, he cannot raise a family. That is his credentials. And that is why he could not go to law school. That is why, although he read law, he is not a barrister. Now, because of crisis of identity, he went to carry a Bible and said he's a pastor. I am born again. I am born. It's okay. The sin is committed. He has to continue to pray for that. Then, somehow he got out of Uniben. Not a barrister. He has to carry pastor. All right. But you remember Pastor King? Pastor King. How many people King? He's sentenced to death now. So to carry Bible, it doesn't give a clue about who you are. Only God knows who is a Christian. We somebody say hallelujah. By their action, we know who is a Christian, who is a Muslim, who is a pagan, who is a Kabbalist, who is a cultist, who is an honest man, and who is a gentleman. Now, his work experience. First job, PA, to who? Lucky Benedio. Second job, Chief of Staff, to who? Lucky Benedio. Third job, Secretary to Edo State Government, under who? Lucky Benedio. That's all his creations. After Benedio, he retired, he started building his private homes. Finish. Now yesterday he wrote, when he cannot dispute the fact that in Uromi, PDP government with Ezeyamu as secretary to the government, they didn't build school, they didn't build road, they didn't do anything. He now said, no, he cannot be blamed. Read today's papers. He said, Ezeyamu said, he cannot be blamed for the failure of Igbenedio's government. Now there are two issues here. So he agreed that the government failed. Correct? The only thing he's saying is that he is not to be blamed. All right, if we will not blame him for the failure of the government in which he was chief of staff and secretary to government, would that be the reason to promote him to the office of governor? No. Hey, tell me your friends. Tell me your friends. Tell me the government you serve, and I will tell you what you will do. Is that not so? I'm campaigning with our candidate. He's able to say, I will build on what has been done. Ezeyamu is not able to say he will build on what they did before, because they did nothing. Then they come here. This is the last one. Oh, we set up Casavita in Uromi. You, the people of Uromi, that factory, did it ever work? No. They use it to siphon money. But we have sold it to a private company who should now develop it. I don't want to reassure you, for us in APC, Edo is one. Every government must work in Edo South, in Edo Central, and in Edo North. We must unite our people. We must sustain free basic education. We must build more schools. We must provide more water. and the water that Anini did not do. President Buhari's.
So I have decided and declared that if Comrade Oshomole comes here to our state to say he wants to disrupt the activities of the state or the party, we will deal with him the way we know how best to do. Okay.
That they had a petition which draws their attention to the fact that in Edo State, contrary to the provisions of our constitution, the governor had managed the state and disenabled the legislative wing of the State House of Assembly. We accept in total that this is the height of abuse of power. Our democracy is founded on a tripod of executive, legislature, and the judiciary. When a governor decides to muscle the legislature, then democracy is dead. Because even under dictatorship, you will always have a governor, whether military or civilian. You will always have a judiciary. What is usually missing is elected parliament. So it is inconceivable that in a democracy, particularly in a party that prides itself, as we do, as All Progressive Congress, a progressive party, that Edo State is being run by the executive without the benefit of a properly constituted parliament. The two reports, the ground for disqualification and the grounds for qualification. And we are satisfied that the appeal committee did a thorough job, and their job has actually enriched or further reinforced the findings of the screening committee. And accordingly, the NWC unanimously approved of the report of the screening committee and the appeal committee, which means that, as recommended by the two committees, Matthew Diokeme stand disqualified for reasons that the committee shared with all of you. We have made this process transparent. You heard from them and they gave their reason. We have nothing to add to those reasons. We also upheld the recommendation that Governor Godwin Nogegase Obaseki is disqualified, again for reasons that were well stated in both the appeal committee report and the additional information supplied by the appeal committee. But let me also re-emphasize one important thing, that it's not about certificates alone. Important as those are, they are by themselves, they are things that are beyond our control.